I hope you all prepared your environment. That means you have the VPN on, and then you have your Arcmap. Also, you have used the interpreter. The interpreter is ArcGIS and then Python 2.7. So you all prepared those, and then you can open the PyCharm session, then open the files, the script I gave you. This is just a simple example. I'm going to show you to initiate your geoprocessing analysis in PyCharm, but then again we will visualize them in Arcmap. Open the script1 file on your PyCharm session. So I just opened the script1 file, and then I have the configuration and the interpreter is added before. Our first step is to import Arcpy. So let me tell you what we are going to do here. We are going to do an intersect analysis. Maybe you did intersect analysis on Arcmap. So we will do the same. So we have two layers here, cut blocks 2008 and streams. It's from Malcolm Knapp Research Forest. I already gave you the data, so we are using this Malcolm Knapp Research Forest data. So for our first step is to import the Arcpy. So I imported the Arcpy, and then you have to call in the license. So we all need to get the license first. Arcpy checkout extension, and then Spartial is the license that we are going to use. So whenever you use this license, you need to call in. Step 3 is to set up the workspace. So I'm going to use the Scratch geodatabase, and I need to collect the data layers, cut blocks 2008 and streams from that Scratch database. So you need to make sure you have those two layers on your Scratch. So let's see how we can prepare our Scratch. So I'm going to open Arcmap. And I'm going to create a blank map for this script. Say okay, and then you can see I have the blank map. Over here we are going to connect with our geodatabase. So you can see I already added the geodatabase where I kept the Malcolm Knapp Research Forest geodatabase, but you can just go connect and connect your folder. So from Malcolm Knapp Research Forest geodatabase, we are going to use the cut blocks 2008 and streams. These are the two layers that we are going to intersect. And then I'm going to locate where these two from the Scratch. That means on your Scratch you should have these two. So you can see we have the Scratch geodatabase. So you can bring any of these over here. So I showed you in another video how you can copy and import the layers over here. So we're going to use cut blocks and streams, these two. So you can open them if you want to see. And streams, so we are going to get the intersect and then do the intersect geoprocessing, so that wherever they intersect we can save them in a new layer. That's our interest. So let's go back to our PyCharm. So over here we said that we actually checked out the environment, so you can see the right here we checked out, and then we set up the scratch database so that we have these two layers over there. Now we are going to link the path. So we say that scratch geodatabase is located where. So from your desktop you need to locate where you have the scratch geodatabase. This part you need to change since it's from my desktop. And then I say that the environment, that means whenever any file will be used, it should be taken from the environment. That means I am using this scratch as my environment for this project. So you need to run this too. So let's run this too. Okay, so I set up the environment, and then sometimes you will see that if you write same files, or let's say run the program and then create the same output again and again, if you don't want to change the output name, then you can say that I will be overriding the output. Then you can write the same name and then run the program, otherwise you will get an error. After that, the step 6 is that you will say where you have all the files, that means the layers you have. So I gave it a new name. So I said cut blocks 2008 and streams. So I said that where it's located in the scratch geodatabase, where they're located. Output file, as an output file, what you would like to save. So I said that on the same, like the previous location, on the same geodatabase, I would like to save the file as stream intersect 1. I just gave it a name. Then within my function, the name of the function is arcpy dot, because we are using the arcpy module. So you have to say arcpy module dot the function, the intersect analysis, and then use these two input layers. So you can see I wrote these two input layers, the cut blocks 2008 and streams. This is how we are going to write them. So you can see within inverted commas I added those two layers, and then output feature is out s. So I mentioned it before. If you want, you can also just copy and paste in here, rather saving as a new name. You can just copy this item over here if you want to avoid out s. Otherwise it will be a huge line. That's why I wrote out s, so that I know that's the output. And then for joining, so we are going to join the attributes. That means we are going to use all, or wherever they are intersecting, we are going to save all of them. In our output, that means the stream intersect will be in the same format as our input. So let's see. Let's run the program. Now it's done. And then we want to open these on ArcMap. So we would like to see whether the stream intersect one we created, we can visualize them on ArcMap. So let's go to our project, and then let's actually save this. So I'm saving it as script 1. Go to the catalog and refresh. So after I refresh, you can see stream intersect. Let's open it. So you can see wherever they intersect, it's actually saved them. And you can check out the attribute table. It is saved as a so we have the polyline, and then we have the wherever they intersect, we saved. And then the file is here. You need to refresh if you don't see your file over here. Okay, let's remove it. If you want to run it again, you need to remove. Let's say I'm removing them. Let's go back and see the second method, the simple procedure. So you can see I did not write in the second procedure all the location. I just wrote the name of the layers within inverted commas and then used a bracket. That means that it's going to use these layers from the environment, because we added the environment scratch, and then in this scratch we are going to save, and we are going to call all our inputs. So that means we don't need to write all these locations. This is the easiest way you can access if you have your environment ready to go. And the same way I said that this is the output that's going to be saved in our Scratch geodatabase. And similar way I wrote down all the inputs and all the outputs. So let's run these lines. And then the name of the file we saved is that in streams intersect 98. On our arc map, you need to refresh them again, and then you can see this the stream intersect 98, and then you can visualize them on your map area. Okay. The last item is that whenever you are done working on PyCharm and then the spatial analysis you are done, then you need to return the license. To return the license, you have to the check-in extension, and then that means you are done working on this spatial licensing. That's it.